And then the third card is the Lovers.
Oh my
Uh,
gosh.
the Lovers, we see a union of the masculine and feminine. We see the Lovers obviously can be two literal lovers. The Lovers also, I mean, Lina, I'm curious what you think about this card, but the Lovers is also about a deeper union, which is the inner union.
Con.
Hi, Hans.
I
Good
got it.
morning, good evening, good afternoon.
Celestial hello to you, beautiful angel with some space.
All the
Oh,
angels come together
amen.
as the dolls come together in your, is that the dream house?
Yes, the dream house and the townhouse.
Oh God, with working elevator
Yes, with working elevator.
to take us up
Hello.
up
Oh,
into the
yeah.
stratosphere and into the stars.
Elevator up, elevator down, up, and down. Remember that joint, girl? That was so fun. So today we're going to get real celestial with it, sweetheart. You know who we have, darling? A crossover.
Oh my gosh, crossover episode?
Crossover episode, we have David from Heavenly Bodies, who is now a part
Oh,
of Bright Media.
gorgeous.
He is an amazing
Gorgeous, gorgeous,
astrologist
gorgeous. I
and
am
gorgeous.
ready to receive.
Yes, honey.
Thank you. This is going to be incredible.
It's going to be really good. He's going to give us a reading. He's going to let us know what's going on with our universe, the universe. Yeah, I'm very excited. Via satellite, of course, because we can't have
Oh, via satellite. Ooh,
via
ooh, ooh.
satellite.
Go, bouncing, but bouncing in between the stars.
Yes. Oh, remember bouncing off your satellites by the B-52s? Oh,
Oh,
I
gorgeous.
love that album.
Yes.
So
The
good.
B-52s
I
are
just said
like
we gotta have them
so
on. We
transcendent.
gotta have them on. Fred and Kate are friends, and I know you know them. You were in their Good Stuff video.
Yes, yes, and um when FDR was doing Wigstock, we rehearsed, I went to bed, and I woke up and there was somebody in the kitchen. And I had to go to the restroom. So I go to the restroom, I'm all like cloudy, and I see Danilo, and Danilo's doing somebody's hair.
Kate.
And I go and I say hello, and the person who he was doing I didn't get to see because there was a mound of hair that Danilo was teasing. So I go back to bed, they finish and they say goodbye, and we're getting ready, and all of a sudden I hear walking out of Corvettes,
Oh
package in her hand. And I'm like, oh my
no no
gosh.
no
And
no no.
I was just like, okay, can I run over? Can I run this? Can I run across the street and demi drag just to see? I was like, no, let's center ourselves.
Oh,
And I get there, and there is the mound of hair.
the mound of hair.
And I was just like,
That was
Kate.
Kate.
She was in our kitchen. She was in our kitchen, and I probably would have said something so stupid
And she would have
to
lived.
her.
Baby, let me tell you something about those two. And you know, the way nobody, the only people who can, I give homage to, like Kate and Cindy, because Kate and Cindy's voices together harmonize and become one voice. And the only two
Yes,
others that can do that are the Wilson sisters, Anne and Nancy Wilson from Heart. I'm
true.
sorry. Those four women, the way that they bring their voices together is everything. But the B-52s, people did not their commercial stuff. Baby, go into the archives, go into the crates. It's
Yeah,
everything.
Rock
They're one of my
Lobster,
favorite groups ever.
Dance
Everything.
This Mess
Oh,
Around,
Legal Tenor,
oof,
Mesopotamia. Come
Private
on.
Idaho.
I
Oh
motherfucker.
gosh,
Oh, what?
Rome.
Rome. Oh,
Rome, if
so
you
much of
want
it. So
to.
much.
oh my gosh, that centers you.
Yeah, yeah,
The
yeah. Oh,
harmonies,
I know.
it's like it's because I can't remember who influenced them. We have to look that
I
up.
wanted to know that
Um
because I
uh
felt like,
um please out
yeah, yeah.
there
We'll get back to that.
in podcast land,
Podcast land.
write us and tell us
Please.
who
Yeah, we need to
who
know
who
this.
inspired their
Inspired the B-52.
harmonies.
Love Shack, baby. All right,
No,
girl.
they were
It's just everything, everything.
like so like centering
Yeah,
in
everything.
in in my
Yeah.
coming into myself.
Yes, yes, yes. When I mean, I've known Fred for a long time, but one night I was doing at Eastern Bloc. It was a tribute to the B-52s, and Fred came that night. And I mean, and the whole night was just the B-52s. And he was up.
Gorgeous.
I have to show you the picture. And he was up in the booth the whole time, just kicking it with it. And I'm just like, oh my God, Fred! I live. It's such a fangirl moment. I live. So yeah, girl, let's get down to this celestial ooh la la, shall we?
Yes, yes, yes. So let's center our energies and welcome in.
Sexy
Mm.
David, heavenly, and his body.
Nam yo motherfucking renge kyo.
Gay.
Okay, ding
Oh,
a dong, a
a
ding
dong. Emphasis
dong.
on the dong. A long a duck a dong.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, hello, David.
We are here, once and for all. After a long wait and build up, the podcast crossover that you did not know you were asking for. David Odyssey, host of Heavenly Bodies, and Connie and Lina, the hosts of the Cutting Up, are in one digital room for a cosmic, mythic, mystic, magical gathering. How are you, ladies?
Wonderful, David. It's a pleasure to meet
How are
you.
you, David?
It's a love boat crossover.
The Love Boat crossover. Yeah, it's Shannon Doherty, Tori Spelling,
All of
kind of,
them.
yeah.
Oh
Charlie's
my
Angels, they're all
heavens.
here.
Right. All three Charlie's Angels, Farrah Fawcett. Mhm.
They're actually
Yeah.
right here. They're all here, trust me.
Yeah, Lina, you have quite an altar and a collection of souls behind you.
Yes, I certainly do.
How
This is
many
just
years
my
has that
dressing room, so
taken?
Connie knows. This is just some of the ones that are like out of boxes, but then in my TV room, there's like a whole situation and they're all in boxes.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. That's
I
The
was
wall, the
given,
wall the wall of shame.
the wall of shame.
yeah, I'm afraid of ever pissing you off because I feel like you might like turn me into a doll and trap me there.
Oh, you already are a doll, and I never get pissed off, honey. I get even. No, just kidding. I've only
Noted.
done
Okay.
one voodoo doll, and that was for good.
That can, yes, they can be done for good.
I grew up Black Wicca, so I know that fine line, and being in Aries, I have always known how to teeter from keeping my positive love and light on the good side, because the 3 times that it slipped, live and
You
learn.
stay on the white witch side,
I
white of
certainly do.
light, not
White.
the dark arts.
Not the dark arts,
Mm.
darling.
And Connie, what about you? What is your relationship with this other world?
I think I've had a reading once or twice. And it was really insightful and
Mm.
I liked it, but I've never experienced a tarot reading.
Mm. Then you're in
So
luck.
I I'm a tarot virgin.
Okay.
We actually spoke
So
about that on a few other episodes, Con, about what I think it was with Joy Reid, about your whole situation with spirituality and actually how you
Yes.
really have a pull to it, but you've kind of kept it ajar.
I'm a little apprehensive about it. I'm a
yeah,
little it gives me pause.
Yeah.
in a sort of kind of a way.
Gotcha.
Because I think I'm more concerned with being able to like influence an outcome.
Yeah.
I think, like, it's a I don't want to interrupt the lessons that I have to learn
Mm.
by sort of pushing in certain ways.
I mean, I could see how you could think that way, but actually, on the contrary, I feel like that's where actually you become more empowered and actually you take the power back.
Mm.
And it's a completely different mindset. But when you've lived with the way that it is that you've thought, I get that. But I think that because of how I was raised and how I live my life, I could only ever see that this be my breath of air that I take every single day, my spirituality, you know? So I wouldn't know anything other than living in that life.
I think there's a really interesting, I think for queer people and trans people, there's always, uh, we're always going to be skeptical of anything that's kind of a system. But we are also so tapped into, and I think, I mean, trans people especially, it's like you're really tapped into this to something bigger than you know, and I think there's always going to be a bit of a dance there, which is, I think we queer people can tap into just the magic or joy or music or dancing or all of these things that are beyond. And I think we're skeptical of, I don't want to like get sucked into some sort of another institution. So I think like that dance and that duality is really important, and I think it's like good that we can all kind of find our place in it.
Mm-hmm.
And find your sort of where you fit into the flow of things,
Mm-hmm.
because it is a flow of energies and an exchange of energy. So I think I want to be in step with the energy.
Exactly. So I'm going to be offering both of you a tarot reading. So with that said, and I'm so glad you said that, Connie, because it's important to me, and I always say this to my clients, like, I don't know anything you don't know. I am not here to like tell you what to do. I am wanting to do exactly what you just said, which is like, let's see if we can zoom out and kind of get a sense of where things are going and what current you want to go into. I am thrilled that you are both here because these are my favorite kind of tarot readings to do. So I am, if you're both okay with it, I would invite each of you to give any insights and or commentary on the other's card pull. I don't think that's going to be a problem.
Sure.
So each of you can ask a question, big, broad, small, specific, about something you're wanting to get some direction on or just where things are going. And we'll kick it up to the guides. And when we say guides, we are talking guides, masters, teachers, angels, ancestors, inner parts, inner children, future selves, loved ones, the tribe, the community, gods, goddesses, whomever, or even just your subconscious. So, how's all that feeling?
Perfect.
Wonderful.
That feels okay. Cool.
Wonderful.
So, who would like to shoot first?
Con, go.
Me?
Yeah.
I am with all that's going on in the world, I am seeking guidance in safety and um how to hone in on my safety and how to um I'm seeking guidance and direction of where and how to proceed.
Wow, great. Okay. And Connie, what is your sign? I know Lina's an Aries. What's your
Leo.
sign?
Leo.
Ah, wow. Okay, great. Wow, I have a lot to say, but let me pull your cards first. Okay.
Oh, gorgeous.
Con, that was beautiful, by the way.
Okay, I'm pulling 3 cards and we'll go from there. So,
Okay.
the first card. This is, and I'm using the Aquarian deck. This is the 8 of Wands, and you got it reversed. So let me
Okay.
describe what we're seeing here. The 8 of Wands, we see 8 wands, which are these this deck, they look like they're phallic, but they have these kind of flowering vaginas at the end, so they're kind of everything.
It looks like sperm.
Yeah, they look like sperm. I always think about when when you're not sure if spaghetti is ready and you throw it at the wall and you're just like
Al
throwing it's
dente.
exactly. It's so you're kind of like throwing these noodles at the wall. You got that reversed.
Okay.
So the 8 of Wands usually signifies action. It's a Sagittarian card. It's Mercury in Sagittarius, another fire sign like Aries and Leo, and it's all about like do a lot, throw things out, attack, 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 like throw these noodles, like get as many sperm going as we can, right? So the first thing we have here is that you got the 8 of Wands reversed. So there's already something, and we're going to pull 2 more cards and put them together, but um, we're already getting something about the idea of needing to put up a lot of armor or put up a lot of noise or kind of like I don't want to say manic, but like on as a way of either deflecting or maybe being in the chaos. We're understanding that that's not necessary. So how's that
Yes.
feeling as the first card before we go any further?
I feel like there's stuff to do, stuff to sort of I guess rid myself of to make myself lighter. And like, having plans in place.
I mean, I can say for myself, like, I think a defense mechanism I've always had is like
Uh-huh.
being entertaining, being on, like being loud so that you can't like catch me. So there's something here about, and I don't know if you relate to that, but it's whatever that version is for you that we're
Yes.
just saying like that is not necessary for safety, you know?
Yes.
Okay. The next
It's an
card.
action plan.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. Yeah, it's an action plan. Okay. The next card is Judgment.
Ooh.
Judgment is amazing. We see a trumpeter blowing a horn. There's a giant cross. This brings up a lot of like kind of Christian apocalyptic imagery about Judgment Day. The horns
Yes.
are going off. The dead are rising. Judgment is this kind of big kaboom moment. It can either be like the big ending or the thing we've always feared, or this like big awakening and resurrection. It's a calling. It's a horn going out. So there's something about having the noise getting turned down from the 8 of Wands, and then we're getting some sort of a big reckoning with Judgment. So I am curious and I'm Lina, I'm curious if there's anything here for you, but yeah, I wonder if I mean, there's safety in a real way, but I'm wondering if there's something in yourself or in your personal life that I'm wondering if the noise were to go down and if some of the defenses were to drop, if the call might come out, or you might finally hear or face this thing that could be amazing or scary or whatever that you've maybe been wanting to not. I don't want to hear
Deal
that. I don't
with.
want to answer that call. Yeah.
Uh-huh. I guess it's more about like, what's going on
Yeah.
in the world around
Mm.
around me, around us, around our community.
Yeah.
That's how I sort of am receiving it. Um and is there going to be a time where we have to sort of blow the trumpet?
Yes, I think that's an amazing reading, and I think that's correct. I think
Okay.
Judgment is basically saying like some shit is kind of going down
Yes.
in a real like way. And I think I think there's something about the Eight of Wands, which is very much like interpersonal busyness, and like I am answering emails and I'm going to be okay, or I'm doing my little thing. And I think Judgment is like, okay, something on the big picture is really coming together that's going to have, I don't want to say a fatalistic quality, but there's a destiny aspect of like, okay, shit's hitting the fan. I'm going to have to like figure out where I am in all of this.
Yes.
I, I want to say I love Judgment because Judgment does deal a lot with this sort of like big calling. And I think it might also mean something amazing that as all these things are happening, you might be stepping into a role or a voice, or you might be the one sounding the trumpet. So
Okay.
I just want to say, like, there are
So,
other cards we could pull that are a lot more dark. And there's something
mhm,
about Judgment where I'm like, oh my God, like Lina might be sorry, Connie might be the one who's going to like jump in and like take this leadership role for whatever this apocalypse is, you know?
okay.
And then the third card is the Lovers.
Oh my
Uh,
gosh.
the Lovers, we see a union of the masculine and feminine. We see the Lovers obviously can be two literal lovers. The Lovers also, I mean, Lina, I'm curious what you think about this card, but the Lovers is also about a deeper union, which is the inner union. You know, it's the parts of you are coming together. And there's something going on here, which is Eight of Wands is you kind of cutting a lot of the bullshit and the noise out. Judgment, we know shit's going down, things are getting real, you might have to take your role. And then there is some sort of a beautiful harmony, or like it's kind of an orgasm. And I don't know if that is within the community, which is these different aspects of the community are coming together and you're kind of the one who's calling them together. I also don't know if this is inside of you, something where you're saying, okay, the distractions are gone, the armor's gone, and I'm kind of ready to bring these parts of myself into an embrace. What are we thinking?
And collecting, a collecting of my energy and sort of um being able to maybe give myself over to love, or maybe opening, up to um to loving energy, love of
Lina,
self.
what are you thinking?
I'm thinking that all three of those cards could not be more apropos to Beatrix. I see
Okay.
them all as being exactly who she is. All three of those parts are essences of who she is. And especially that third one with the crescendo for me. Like that just shows from the one to the two to the three of I am now not only releasing, but I am making this whole story cohesive. I am putting all of these things together and cutting all of these cords that no longer need to be with me.
You know, I have to say, Connie, like New York has this amazing history of whenever there was like bankruptcy or buildings falling apart, there were always queer people having sex in them. And there is something about Judgment, which is like, oh my God, the buildings are exploding. Like, we're in trouble. You know, everything has gone to hell. And this idea of like the queer people really coming together in them and like having love. And I just get a sense like when Lina was talking, I got goosebumps. I just think like, I think whatever's going on in the world, Judgment is really affirming that it's real. Like it's not to say like things are going to be so amazing and just be positive, girl. It's not that. I think things are really happening and like in a really scary, like the world is taking a turn. I think that the Lovers and the Eight of Wands, and Lina just really affirmed that really beautifully. Like I think for you personally, something is opening in you, and this might be a moment where you're stepping into something in you and with others and with your lovers, but with your people, you're actually like, oh no, I was ready for this, and I'm actually finally ready to open up, and
Yeah.
like I can do this. How does that feel?
Yes. Yes. I feel that, I felt that around in my spirit. And thank you so much. Oh my gosh. I feel empowered, and I
Yeah.
feel like what has been swirling around in my tiny little mind is sort of, you know, um empowering me.
Mhm. And also probably cutting some of the white noise that you had and
Yeah.
questions.
Yes,
You know what I mean? Just to know that you're solidified and dipped in chocolate with where and who you are right now, you know?
true, 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 true.
Yeah.
And I think it's interesting because I think for a lot of other people who are in the spaghetti and think that that's reality, it's going to be much
Hmm.
harder when shit goes down. I think
Yeah.
for you, you're kind of like, I was born for this. Let's
Yeah.
cut out the
Yeah.
white noise and like let's get the people, like let's get the community together and like,
Yeah. And
So
David, you also brought up a very true point that Connie and I could definitely contest to, and I think that hearing it out loud will definitely bring restitution to it. Is that anytime during any financial or any mascara going on in the world, the club scene and dancing has always flourished.
Yes,
Always, always. We have always been that place and that time of just having our brothers and sisters together to be able to, you know, bombard all of this beautiful beacon and love and light and refuge and security of we're better and we're stronger in numbers. So let's get out of our head and get on that goddamn dance floor,
yeah.
yes.
you know?
No, because
Wow.
at the worst time in New York, um, like in the 70s when
Yep.
it was bankrupt and all of these things were going on,
Tough
um,
times.
it was all that um discord.
Yep.
It bubbled up into rap and punk
Yeah.
Yep.
and disco and house,
Yep.
and all of that sort of energy of despair was spit out as positivity.
Yes.
And
And
2020, we had a great pride in New York
Yeah.
because
yeah,
it was a real protest
Mhm.
and people were partying in the streets and there weren't, corporate floats
Yep.
and we were, you know, so
That's
yeah.
right.
okay. Okay, cool. Um, okay, Connie, I'm
Oh God, I can't. First of all, Maltek and Brasher are licking my feet at the same time, both different feet, and I'm just like this. I'm in heaven, and I'm like at the same time, I'm like,
they want a reading, that's why.
oh,
And they
True,
have things
true,
to say to Connie
true.
about her reading and they just can't communicate it in our language. Um, okay.
Brasher,
So,
stop licking my.
Lena, let's do it. And Connie, I think I will want to hear what you're seeing for Lena's reading.
True. Thank you, thank you, and
Of
thank
course.
you.
And thank
Anytime, I'm
you.
happy. Lena, what are we feeling?
Whew. We're feeling just so good. It's funny because my spirit guide had did a beautiful reading. I always do it like at the very beginning of the, and also where my moon is and everything. I'm a Aries with a Taurus rising and a Gemini moon. So yeah, and so we had, right before the new year, did this whole celestial situation, if you will, and I already knew that I was lined up. And this is actually a really great place for Aries right now. Like we're
Yeah.
coming out of a 13-year, you already know, situation. So I'm so good with everything that's going on, not only in my life, but in the world. I
Wow.
am a very optimistic person. My empathic ways are the way that I breathe and walk my path through life every single day. So I don't believe that there's any mistakes in this gift called life. We're supposed to be going through everything right now in this timeline, and it's not. It's the only best time for us to be involved, proactive, but most importantly, pay attention and not return the same letter. We've done that for so long. We've been continuing to bring the same letter back. We did it in the pandemic. We've done it a million times. Let's not send this same letter back. Let's tear it up and rewrite a new one. And the whole reason why we're going through all this is because for the longest time, we have not dealt with the issues, not only in this country, but in every other country, but especially
Yeah.
America. You have to remember that this is still probably this is one of the youngest countries in the world, but yet we have the most mascara ever. So finally, we're now getting underneath the hood. You can't hide it in the shadows anymore with your prejudices of any sort. So I love it. Let it all come out. Let this orange Cheeto bring all the stuff out and flush it.
I agree.
And let's breathe brand new. And so that's where I'm at right now. So I really got to say, I'll leave it up to you, babe. Because I know where I'm at. And I know that everything that it is that I'm walking and that I'm doing is good.
Okay, how about this? A twist. Connie, do you have a question that you would ask for Lina?
Um,
And Lina, I appreciate everything you're saying, and I totally celebrate it. I just want to see if we can throw a question up.
Lina, how do you see our community going forward in the best way possible?
That's a good one, sis.
And what is Lina's role in that, or maybe
What is Lina's role in that, and what is all of our roles in the community?
Lina,
What are sort of our marching orders?
Lina, is that okay with you?
Absolutely. I know the answer to this question, but please go ahead.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. All right. Knight of Pentacles. We see a knight on the march. They are bearing pentacles. Pentacles are coins. Pentacles are magic. And pentacles deal a lot with self-worth. So that armor that the knight is wearing is going to be of the highest quality and will look very good. And the Knight of Pentacles they're representing their self-worth, but they're on a mission to represent the kingdom. So when you send a knight on a mission to slay a dragon or whatever, they're representing the community and the kingdom. So we already know that Lina, as an emissary who looks good to head to toe, is Lina's confidence is the confidence of her people. You know, Lina, if Lina's confident, then her community has that in them. So she's and Connie, you're a Leo, so I know you know something about this, which is you are the queen has to look and sound and feel good. If she does, then everyone does, and if everyone does, then she does. And it's that same thing with the Knight of Pentacles, which is your self-worth. I think a lot of the world is in this delusion around kind of wellness and materialism, and just like, if I feel good, that's all that matters. And you are kind of transcending that bullshit, and you're saying, I am feeling good because my people feel good, and I'm going to show how good we look and how good we feel. So how does that feel?
Absolutely on point. Absolutely. And for me, I am about my people. I've
Yes.
and you know this, like, people come to me for my princess of, power of light and energy, and now I'm in goddess energy. So I got them, and they know this.
No, we know that you are our soldier, and you take the torch and the torch and mantle of light with you wherever you go, and it's a beacon
Amazing.
that we all can sort of look to and be strengthened by.
Thank you, baby girl.
We then
Thank
get
you.
Yeah.
the Two of Cups, which this card is Venus in Cancer. It's known as the Lord of Love. We see two people, one of whom looks like Barbara Streisand.
Yes, she does.
We are having these two people clinking glasses and making eye contact. I just want to say it's interesting. We got the Two of Cups for you, Lina, and we got the Lovers for Connie. So I want to say, the Lovers and the Lord of Love for both of you. So
Yeah.
I don't like to bullshit usually, and I am not. I don't usually like to tell people like this is I don't want to make promises, but I just want to say it's quite optimistic that you both got those cards. I think those cards speak to love and sex and romance. I think they also speak to an inner sense of union. But what I want to say for you, Lina, about the Two of Cups coming after the Knight's going out on this mission. They're representing themselves. The Two of Cups deals a lot with contracts, union, and these sort of agreements and bonds. So first of all, I'm glad that you two have this show together and you two have this bond, because I think the Two of Cups is so much about I see you and let's do something together. And I think it's going to be a big mission for you. Hello, gong. It's going to be a big mission for you, Lina. If you are this knight and this emissary and this representative, like, who do you want to go into an agreement with and a partnership? And who do you want to, who do you want to go into like a really trusting, loving bond with?
Yeah.
So we know that you have Connie, and I'm really curious about like who else you want to share this.
And that is such an apropos moment for this card to come up from, reading and just where I'm coming out of, relationships that, have exhausted themselves. And that's my reassessment for the year, and from last year, just relationships and things that don't longer move to where I'm going, and I've said this to Connie, like I've been on my Phantom of the Chopra era,
Yes.
It's like, you know what? No, not everybody's in your life for the full duration, and that's all good. And, it's just, I've chopped people for less. And so just because I've known you that longer doesn't make me feel like I need to keep you there, especially if you're trying to pull me under. So we're not going to do this. And I've always felt that being an only child, it was selfish of me to put myself first. But now I'm living in Lina first mode, not in a callous, I don't care mode, but I care and I love myself and I put a lot into myself. So this is my era now. This is Aries and full 2.0 version.
The thing about these two who are clinking glasses, when you cheers someone, you make eye contact because you're saying, if you poison me, some of my shit, I'm going to make sure we cheers so that my shit gets into your goblet and we both go down.
That's right.
And I think right now for you, it's really important. Everyone who's coming into your life or everyone who's in your life, there is that moment of like, we are making eye contact.
That's right.
I have
and
a
if
lot
we
of
don't have it, I'm not doing it.
But let's just make sure if you're going to poison me.
Right. And relationships, David, yes, on every sort, romantically, business-wise, everything.
Yes.
I have no time for you if you're not being 100 with me, because you get the gift of knowing all of this. And that is not in a superficial way. I bring a lot to the table.
Yes.
So therefore, you're not going to try me with my time, my essence, my light, my love, any of this. And this comes with maturity and not second guessing myself and putting myself through all of the beautiful hurdles and scrapes and knees that you go through in your life. I have a reason to finally be in this seasoned place in my life to say, I care about me first.
Yes.
And that is, and I have dreamed about being in this place for the longest time. I'm like, I can't wait to be that bitch. And now I'm that bitch.
Oh, I'm so jealous. I'm not there yet.
It's everything. I cared to a fault that I would take on other people's mascara and I would cry and hurt for them and I would pray for them. And I'm like, ooh, it was exhausting and it was eating me up. But baby, now, like I said, I've cleansed myself of all that.
Yes.
And it feels great of all relationships. If my sex is if I'm having sex, my sex better be off the motherfucking chain. Bitch, I want to go cross-eyed. I'm gonna turn you cross-eyed. I want you to all of
Toes
it,
curling?
baby. Don't say feet to me. You you know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing lackluster. It's just it's all or nothing.
No
Yeah.
reruns. Connie,
None.
how are you feeling with this one?
I really resonated with what Lina said about being an only child, because
Yeah.
I too am an only child, and
Wow.
you sort of look out at your actions as
Mhm.
being selfish,
Yeah.
but it's it's not that. It's that you are so self-contained,
Yeah.
and so like you are so tuned into being with yourself, with your thoughts and with your emotions, that anyone that comes with any mascara, as you say,
Mhm.
it's a giant red flag.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and you want to give somebody a chance. You want to um extend the hand.
Yeah.
Um but sometimes the hand shouldn't be extended.
And and sometimes it
Sometimes it
should,
Girl,
by
has
the
to
way.
be
extend the
the
hand.
pimp hand.
Yeah.
It does
Yeah.
have to be the pimp hand.
Sometimes you gotta smack a bitch and let her know, honey.
Sometimes it needs to be the nails.
Well,
Yeah, giving a cat scratch. Yeah.
you better
and
work
and
out.
and the card, I also receive and think, like, with looking in the eye, when you cheers, you have to look at each other, because if you don't, it's 7 years bad sex.
Oof.
So, it is that exchange
Yeah.
within, even the agreement to wish each other well, that there's
Yes.
contact
Yes. Yeah.
and trust and connection.
Yeah. That's what it's
So
showing. It's showing that no more of that. It's only
yeah.
this. So if you don't bring this, we got nothing.
Great.
That was a
Yes.
David. That was a. I mean,
And then,
Cosmo
and
wait a
Universe.
minute.
and
There's one
it,
more.
it, it is it is also about the time that we're living in,
I agree.
Yeah.
where
Yeah.
where people are showing us who they
Who they
are.
are. Exactly. They are.
Believe them.
And Connie, especially you knowing of what I just came out of, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yes.
that could not
Yes.
be anymore. Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
All right,
and
David,
and
Cosmos, you
and
the
our
first one.
surroundings, the
Yes,
world that we and like, the call is coming from inside the house.
that's
They are
right.
telling us who they are.
Yep.
Believe
Which
them.
is amazing. I mean, it's different. A few years ago, I think there was a lot more everyone wanted to pretend that they love us and everything's good and
Yeah.
we're just going to do this all while you're not looking. And now everyone's saying, "No, I am actually pure evil." And now we
Yeah,
can say, "Okay, thank you."
yeah,
Yes.
Um
I've always thought about this time, as we're going through this, that when we look back at this, we will be incredibly thankful
yes.
I
that
agree.
they
Thankful
showed
now.
us who they are.
That's right. I've been waiting for this for a long time. Come on, David.
I just did an episode where I was talking about, okay, in 2010 we were all saying, these tech bros, they're kind of weird, but they're harmless. And now we're saying, okay, we actually know what this is about. We're gonna have to deal
Yeah.
with them. Great. It's on the
Yeah.
table. Great. Um, and good for you, Lina, for saging them. I want to
Yeah.
pull the last card, which is the Wheel of Fortune.
Ooh.
Oh,
The
wait,
Wheel
I
of
have a little
Fortune.
sage too. Should
Yeah.
I light
Yeah.
a little
Take her
sage?
out,
Get her
honey. Yeah.
going.
After that
Oh, wait,
conversation. Yeah.
I'll be right back.
David, go on,
So,
baby.
Lina, you have pulled the final card we pulled for you is the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune
Oh my
is ruled
gosh.
by Jupiter, and it is a giant wheel like out of Vegas. This card shows that the wheel is a part of a body of a larger presence, which means that there is there's a few things to say. You know, I think you know your chart pretty well, and there's a lot happening at the beginning and end of your chart at Aries, Taurus, Gemini.
Mhm.
And the Wheel of Fortune, I think, deals a lot with the close of one cycle and the start of a new one. And the sense of what I see as optimism, but I also think of like, here we fucking go, and we don't know what the next 10 years are going to look like, and we're going to have to kind of let go. And I think that pulling the Knight, which deals so much about your sense of mission and dignity and presence, and pulling the Two of Cups, which is saying, I really want to get the people in my life in order so that I have my companions
Yeah.
and my fellow knights and my
Yeah.
lovers, whatever.
Yeah.
That is all in preparation, and you know, I think your two readings are quite similar, because I think Judgment and I think the Wheel of Fortune are both speaking to the wheel is about to go on a spin, and it's going to be exciting and optimistic. And the Wheel of Fortune, it's literally fortune, hello.
Yeah.
But there is a sense of the ride is about to take off, and we want to make sure that you have those things in order. So
Yeah.
I think, I mean, I'm quite excited for you, because I'm like,
Thank you.
okay,
I am
well,
as
what
well.
are
My this timeline that I'm in right now, one, I'm ready, and also the not only the physical and financial abundance that's coming my way, those three cards could not be more aligned with what's
I
going on, and you know this.
and I think for both of you, similarly, these pulls were pretty similar. I think
Absolutely.
both of these pulls were about, okay, let's cut out a lot of the
Yep.
um like a lot of just the schmuck,
Gosh.
as we
Yep.
would say in
The
Yiddish,
noise,
and
the white
exactly,
noise.
Yep.
and really bring, there's a lot of union and unity coming together, and through that things kind of pop off in a really big way. Okay, so this felt good.
Oh, it felt real
Oh my
good, Dave.
gosh. And I thank you, thank you. The
That
sage
was
was
welcome.
right across
It,
the table from
it,
me. Oh
so
my
it
gosh.
was. It was. Hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
So, you know, I did just want to say two things about this year astrologically for both of you. Connie, I don't know if you know this. I don't know if Lina has told you this, but Leos are about to have a really big year. In June, Jupiter, which is, we just talked about that with the Wheel of Fortune, Jupiter, which is the biggest planet in the solar system. It's the planet of light and synthesis and prosperity and momentum. Jupiter is going to be moving into Leo from June 2026 to June 2027. It's a 1 year shablam. Jupiter only spends about a year in each sign, so it only comes back to your sign about once every 11-ish years. And
Okay.
while Jupiter's in Leo, it just means like the spotlight's on and there's a huge amount of momentum. Um, I'm a Taurus. I had Jupiter in Taurus from summer of 2023 to 2024, and it just felt like everything was just on all at once. So I just want to say to you, like, I think this is really, I know that at the start of a year, at the start of the spring, we always want to think positive, but it's always kind of like, okay, why should this year be any different? But I really get a sense that for you, that Leo, those Leo qualities of being seen and appreciated and admired and kind of seen for your regality and your royalty, and your creativity and your loyalty, I think all of those are really going to get turned
Um,
on.
so that goes to the spaghetti on the wall of clearing out the the noise, and to really hone in on the positivity and the power, and to push out the negativity of the world.
Yeah, and I think for you it's also like, if we want new things to come in and if we want the lovers to be going at it, there needs to be space. Like, we can't have a lot
Yes.
of like, well, I already have this project that I'm halfway through and maybe that, like, okay, great. We want to make sure that if, and like the judgment card, if the call comes out or the invitation comes out, you're like, oh yeah, I'm ready. Let's go.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, fine.
Clear
David,
the decks.
you're a Taurus with what's your rising and moon?
I am a Sagittarius rising and a Libra moon,
Ooh,
which is tough.
I like it though.
It's it's a little borderline personality disorder, and I want to make sure that everyone is happy all the time.
See, I
But
like a Pepsi challenge, honey. So bring me all the fucked up, honey.
yeah, you're in for a challenge, babe.
That's a tossed salad.
Whew. And I can
But
say for
who
you,
isn't
Lina,
a tossed salad?
Exactly. Hello. I don't want you mainlining, honey. You bring excitement.
you know what they say, in the Kabbalah, they say that God only eats off of broken dishware.
That's the truth, Ruth.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So God loves if there's some cracked, funky
Feeling life.
Yeah.
That's right.
Lived experience.
Thank God.
Just like you,
Oof.
Bashir, my sweet baby girl.
Lina, I want to say to you, and I'm curious what you think. Everything's happening in Aries, and you got Uranus moving from Taurus, where it's been for 8 years. Uranus, planet of change, liberation, revolution, from Taurus to Gemini. So the spotlight is, you got
I'm
Saturn
literally
and
winning the
Neptune and
lottery
Aries.
right now.
Everything's happening
Yeah.
for you.
It is everything. But like I said, as you know, it's like it's been a 13-year rut.
Yeah.
Of just where I've been cosmically, you know what I'm saying? You can do things to move and switch and, manifest, if you will, and do things. But then there's just the cosmos and how the universe is just flowing for you. But this is where I have always meant to be and where I actually have been, but I had to catch up with it. So I couldn't be happier with where I'm at right now and more excited, most importantly.
I think it's interesting too, because Saturn's in Aries.
Yes.
And Saturn is thought of as like the wise master. If you think of any movies where there's the training montage, Saturn's like the mean kind of coach.
Yeah.
But the sun in Aries and Saturn in Aries, I think you then are becoming the master.
I am.
So instead of you having to be like, okay, what now? What's God throwing at me? You're kind of like, oh, you're the sensei.
And this was the role that I was meant to play.
We need you to play.
Exactly. It was
And you
Bashir.
needed to be forged.
Yes.
You
Absolutely.
needed to be forged for your strength and for
That's
your
Everything
your
leading
sort of
to this, absolutely. There was no stumbles. There was no pauses. It was all supposed to be thrown down the way that it was. And
a lesson to strengthen.
All of it.
Well, that's wisdom. I mean, you can't.
And that's
Unfortunately, you can only get it the hard way.
Right. Exactly. And that's where a lot of what I was speaking about in the beginning of our conversation is coming from. It's coming from all of that. It's the humbled, oh my God, I'm so happy to be here right now. And also too, I'm so happy to be here during a time when it's just not, pixies and roses and running through a field. No, I love that it's going on with all of this mascara going on out there, because then it really means something.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
And us Aries, honey, we're looking at you side-eyed, honey, if everything's looking and going too smooth.
Yes. Yes.
You know what I mean? I want to fight for my meals. I want to fight for my home. I want to fight for my love. I'm a fighter and I get bored easily. If I'm not excited, like, you need to mentally stimulate me in every sense of the meaning. Like, I'm punk rock that way. I need to be fucking out. I can give you
Anarchy.
so that I can give you the best of Lina.
Well, it's interesting because I was just working on my Aries season horoscopes, and I was talking about how Chiron, the asteroid's in Aries, and Chiron in the Greek mythology was the centaur who taught all the heroes. And it's interesting because I'm like, okay, you're gonna have to teach the rest of us how to fight, because I think a lot of us do not know how to fight, and we're gonna need you to be like, okay, Lina's gonna show us how to.
We are the beginning of the zodiacs, honey. And we are the one who, we've been known to fight, baby. And we know anybody that knows an Aries, sweetheart, stand behind us. We got you. Like we're just those
Yes.
people. Like
Yeah.
I don't know anything else but to be that way, but to do it looking great and doing it effortlessly and not doing it like I need to buck up my chest. Like I don't need to prove anything to anyone.
Wow.
Stay
Wow.
ready. No need
Yes.
to get ready. Stay
Born
ready.
ready, gonna leave this planet to go back to my planet, ready to go when I'm ready to go. But I've been a shape-shifting witch for a long time, and when
Same.
I still got a lot to do, you know?
I just want to say, ladies, this was really electrifying for me, and I got chills during both of your readings, and that's really a gift for me. And I feel like I learned a lot from both of you, and I'm just really grateful
Oh,
we got to
David,
bond.
it is honestly, it's a pleasure. It's a gift. This is only the very beginning of us. And you and your beautiful work and your eyes and your heart and your spirituality is a gift. And I couldn't be more happier that now we're all part of the same family, honey. Under the
True.
what? What's the name of us? What's the name of us? What? Everybody say it. Pride, what? Pride Media. So, baby,
Uh,
Mazel motherfucking Tov. And I can't wait to physically hug and kiss you and meet you in person. Thank you for your light,
Likewise,
Me
your
you're
gift.
both
too.
mishpucha.
Thank you so much, David.
Yeah.
You have lightened my heart and given my spirit the wings that it needs to soar. Thank
Mm,
you. All the
Thank you
yeah.
both.
best.
Yeah.
All the best to you both. See you
Thank
soon.
you,
Mwah.
beautiful.
Mwah, mwah, mwah.
Hi, gorgeous. Con,
Well,
that was everything.
well.
I just
Now
feel
we
lighter.
know, we
Yeah.
are informed, we
Yes.
are centered in our energies.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah. Everything. We need to definitely have him back again.
Oh, yeah, like we have to have him back to like at the beginning of the season
Yes.
to sort of,
Follow up on things that he
look
called out.
back
Yeah.
and see
Right. How
how
accurate was this?
everything has blossomed.
Right. Right. Absolutely. I love that. And baby girl, you look amazing in that color.
And so do you. I've been watching a couple. It's on one of the cable channels. It's I think it's Me TV and Charlie's Angels is on.
Oh, I
And
love when
you
they
are
have.
giving me
I was
such
feeling kind of that
Charlie's
this morning. I was like,
Angels.
I'm doing this like tie-dyed, like, symmetrical dress situation. And
Thank
I
you
was like,
very
"Ah,
Halston,
good."
sweetie. Mm,
And then of course, I love a feathered moment and I love some good,
thank you.
tinted shades where you can still see the kata.
Thank
With,
you. And you can
with,
lift to give you the eye and then,
with
oh
the,
no, it's not
okay.
you. Thank you. Thank you. Click, 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 click.
Ah, wait, no, hold on. Hold on.
In.
Ta-da!
Gorgeous.
And of course she's
Gorgeous,
up here
gorgeous, gorgeous.
on her blanket and everything behind her, honey. Yeah. Always, always, always.
It's the later episodes with the Charlie girl, but
Yes.
there was a special guest star, Farah,
Yeah.
and she came back with it. It was
Oh,
Jose Bear
yes.
had done like that, like curl,
Yes.
but
Oh,
it was still hair show.
it was just a hair show, baby. Hair, body, facha, all of it. Oh,
Gorgeous, gorgeous. And in that
oh,
Norma Kamali bathing suit.
yes. Oh, all of it. They
Oh,
all did good hair and body and face. That was just that. It's still
uh,
everything.
we should put out into the cosmos to maybe have Norma Kamali as a guest.
Oh, absolutely. And Jacqueline Smith too. Come on, and Cheryl
Oh,
Ladd, honey.
oh, a Jacqueline
Thank you.
Smith
Come on, Kate.
moment.
Yes, Miss. Yes, yes,
Thank
yes.
you, thank you, thank
All of
you.
them. Very. You know what's funny?
Mm,
We say this before we have to go. I have this dress. I can't remember the name of the designer, but it was during the Glammy Awards, like maybe early 2000s or whatever. And the designer, I'll have to get back to you about his name or whatever, but I remember he's like, he had like a couple of dresses because I was hosting it that he was sending over to me to wear. And he's like, "Oh, this one Farrah just wore." And then I saw it in a magazine. I was like, "Oh my God." And it's like a flower dress. It's beautiful. It's long. It's got like, the trail and it's like pink and greens and it's beautiful. It's got like this this vine that goes up. I wore that dress. That was the dress Farrah wore. That is my 9 degrees of separation to Farrah. That
Yes.
one,
Yes.
we were the same size, and I had my breasticles in a dress that Farrah wore. I was like, I can't. I will show you the photo. I gotta find the photo.
Cradle them
Come on,
in
cradle them. Those
love.
nipples. Oh. Always my prototype. Con,
Wait, wait,
I love
wait.
you
Let me
so
get the
much.
nipples ready
Yes,
for the
got me ready.
dress. Thank
Ice.
you. A little
I love you,
ice.
Con.
Love you, love you, love you. See you soon in the flesh.
In the flesh for fantasy.
Have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
Go with it. Go march on
Amen. Amen. Let's
in
go.
light and
Yep.
love.
Take our marching orders, Sistrix. You guys
Thank
like,
you.
subscribe. We're here every Thursday. Thank you for your love support. You can review us. You can rate us. You can give us all the love that we're giving you. I'm sending you blessings, love, and light, and always some brown sugar kisses,
Okay.
baby
Some
girl.
comments up in there. Comments and questions, bitches.
Yes. Yes.
Love you. See you later.
Baby girl. Bye, Con.
Deuces.
Deuces.
Mwah, mwah, mwah. Sugar
Mwah.
dumplings.
Sugar
Mwah.
dumpling. Ew.
Our show is produced by Josh Rosenzweig and Matthew Breen. Our gorgeous graphics are by Daryl Raymond. Our theme music is You Need It, produced and written and performed by 808 Beach, John J.C. Carr, and Bill Coleman, courtesy of Peace Biscuit. Our perfect production designer is Daryl Dickens. This season's hair has been done by the heavenly hair goddess herself, Mariah. Our very special thanks to Jason Canner for all your wonderful support. The Cutting Up is a Pride House Media production.